Hello, friends. I hope you can hear me. I'm just like not 100% sure because okay. Well, I will go ahead and talk about what's going on with CityClips. Everything's going well. Let me see here. Hello. Can't think 100% sure if this is actually working, but that's the trick about going live and working on your own and making sure that it's actually working. Let me do a quick test. I'm going to grab my phone, and knowing that it'll actually work on the other side, then that means it's actually working. We'll see. Let me see here. Audio testing. Hello. Yeah, looks like it's. Yep. Okay, perfect. My intro threw me off because I didn't hear anything and it didn't work for a second. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for your patience. I am going to cover about when I'm publishing at least CityClips, I'm noticing a few things. And so we like to go based off of people's activity with our newsletter, and then also talk about what newsletters, my observations of other bigger newsletters, and when they send, and it really does go down, boils down to the actual audience. So I will check out and share my screen. And then I'm also going to announce the winner for the next drawing, which I would love to do. And we can do this. There you go. Hold on a second. This is the current newsletter right now as it loads. And okay, perfect. Yeah, I just checked one channel and it looks like audio is working. Cool. It is. I'm trying my best to keep it as simple as possible. Ali said just, keep it short. So hopefully this is short enough and it's a quick skim for people. I decided to go ahead and highlight FAMU's homecoming just because they have a really interesting lineup of celebrities. So I've been here for 12 years, and not until recently did I learn that homecoming is a big deal, especially in the FAMU community. And so I noticed in the headlines that Kevin Hart was coming to town. I'm not talking about this year, but it was, I believe, last year or the year when Will Packer came, and they made it a big ordeal, especially when they did the naming of the amphitheater there. And so it was a big deal. And so they had A-list stars come into town. I was like, whoa, that is impressive. That means FAMU, their network is really, it goes beyond just alumni and just, here, Tallahassee. Yes, I known already that they're number one HBCU in the country, which is really impressive. And then more recently, they've made it in the top 100 public universities. So it's really awesome that something, in addition, our university community here in town is really impressive. And so it's just, I just wanted to bring that to people's attention if they didn't know that. So many times I've spoken to other local Tallahassee folks might have not known other things that I learned already. So I just wanted to share that, and it's really cool. So anyways, it's just happening in the next few weeks. So be aware of that. And then, of course, FAMU One, this is awesome. They're doing well and performing well for their football team. And of course, for FSU women's soccer, because I'm a soccer mom, it's really cool that they're keeping their rankings up in the top. Well, now they're number one, and they went down a little bit earlier in the season, but they're keeping number one status and ranking for a while. They're just an amazing team to watch. So keep an eye on them. Maybe they'll still win another national championship this year. FSU Discovery Days. You guys might want to, I know it kind of came out of the blue for some of you, but you should check out the recap. There's some awesome, I'm going to probably dedicate another newsletter on just Discovery Days. Some of the amazing things that came out of those events, including, the innovative experiments that are happening in their campuses, and it was really neat to see. And then I believe there was a pitch prize winner that won about $50,000. So I will definitely like to highlight that. And I went to Women Wednesday's last event, and really great turnout of women in support of Women Who Brew, and especially at the new Amicus Brewing Company's spot there. And it's really historical. Not just it's pretty amazing because they got city approval to restore this historical building right around the corner from Cascades. It's a beautiful building. You should definitely go check it out. They're going to have a grand opening in the near future, so go follow them on their socials and check out when that is. And this is another one. I did not see anything about Tallahassee Greek Food Festival this year until I saw a billboard, and that's why I included this in this lineup. And I didn't even share about it before because I have my team collecting dates in a spreadsheet, and we have, I could even pull it for you. We have maybe 20 to 30 events that I don't even include all of them because not all of them really are, it doesn't make sense, or they're not relevant for what we're trying to highlight in town. So as long as it aligns with business, entertainment, lifestyle, something of interest that would really appeal to the young professional, that's how I curate the events and content that I curate. So I know it's been weekly, but I'm working on a way and a new system where I will have a few more of my assistants to help me fast track this, and then we will probably try to publish as often. I don't think it'll get to the point of daily for every weekday yet, because I'm not sure if that's something that really is something that you guys would want. So I really appreciate getting feedback from y'all, and for now, I think weekly, 2 to 3 times possibly. We'll see how it goes, because I think so many people are using emails now as far as promotions. Email newsletters are a thing, and so I think it's more valuable when it's not as frequent. But then Ali said there is more value when it is more frequent. So we'll figure out what that looks like, especially for the Tallahassee market. If we hear from you and say, hey, we would love it if it's not as often, and we'll still open it for you as much as possible, but or you guys don't mind the dailies, and then just plan on opening when you can. But if you notice, I've been experimenting, and I'll publish it sometimes in the morning, but more so I noticed that there was no difference between morning and evening when the percentage of open rates was about the same. And we did notice that even in the afternoon, like noon or 1, the open rates were higher. And the thing is, as we get more signups and subscribers, the percentages will go down, because that's how math is. It's funny. I was like, oh, this percentage was high. I was like, wait, but the percentage the other day was higher, but it was a few subscribers less. So it's just funny. Or the percentage was the same, but the total number of opens were different. So it's just funny. So it will be more significant when we actually have, about 1,000 subscribers, which is what our goal is this fall. So speaking of which, because I'm going to make this super quick and not ramble on like I have been right now, I will go ahead and let's see. I'm gonna look at my subscriber list and then pull up some names. It's the Google name generator, right? Generator to then announce who won. Yeah, Wheel of Names. I got sick last week, so I'm like trying to clear my throat nonstop. And so that's why you're hearing me do that. But I think I'm finally out of it. I'm in the clear. I know it's past beyond 7 to 10 days, and you're more contagious in the beginning when you're incubating all that yumminess. Excuse me. So going to my subscriber list, I will go ahead, if I can just get onto my contacts here. Because what I like to do is encourage, so here's all my contacts. What I'll do is see who opened it. Wow, look at all these people who opened recently. Yes, I'm not sharing my screen, but it's okay. And I'm gonna go through 1, 2, 3. That's the neat thing about, like, it does say, okay, so contacts, and then you can see who last opened an email. And you can see different reports. You have to like upgrade to get more detailed in the analytics. That's the only thing. It used to be MailChimp let you see it, but whatever, it's okay. But let's just, let me see. Let me see. I think there was a way that you can, well, if you open the email, let's see who actually opened the email. Yeah, okay, cool. And I'll just, if for the last 3 people who opened, then I'm going to go ahead and do the drawing. Excuse me. Ooh, okay, so Eddie, I see you always supporting. Cool. Wait, let's change it. Okay, so the people who last opened in the activity, pretty much in the last. Well, okay, cool. So there's a good list, and I'm just gonna take the top 3 that I'm seeing. The first 3. I see Jake. I see Beth D'Souza. Thank you so much for opening. And then I see Sean, that you opened it recently. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see the spinner. Jake, Sean. Okay. Let's see. And I'll just have to contact y'all. Okay. Love it. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to stop that share. I'm going to have to share this one. Here we go. Now you can see it. Now you see me. Okay. So I'm going to spin this. Who won? Yes, Sean. Congratulations. I will share, let me just share the okay, so the last newsletter, which I will let's see here. Yes, I will share the last newsletter because it had a Jiffy, yes, people, it's pronounced as Jiffy. The last newsletter had this. One of my team members, like, this is just featuring like all the goodies that Eddie and his team, like there's a cool Ruvos hat and awesome notebook. The first few drawings for these prizes, I just been like letting them pick. I mean, there's this really cool well connector shirt. I mean, it's really good quality. Extra large if anyone wants to claim it. So, and I do collect things like this. So, I mean, hey, why not? This is a pretty cool, awesome lanyard for Launch Tally when they first launched. So, anyhow, we really want to encourage and foster shares and growth and just for people to be aware of what's going on in Tallahassee related to business, tech, and innovation because excuse me, sometimes we're the last to hear about things, right? And CityClips is all about making sure that that doesn't happen. And we want to share news as fast as we can to everybody. So please support us. And I did say we were going to talk about publishing really quick, so I might as well just go ahead and pull that up really quick, that tip. So one thing I'm noticing under certain newsletters that have a good size subscribers, especially if it's like Morning Brew or The Hustle, they tend to share or publish at 6 a.m. in the morning because people in the executive level or C-suite tend to read news in the morning and sometimes while they're working out. Like, I am not at the level of an executive, but I do prefer to work out in the mornings. And sometimes when my body allows me to wake up early, 5 a.m. in the morning or 4 something in the morning, sometimes I'm just like, I'm just going to stay awake. So I'll go to the gym in the morning and then I'll look at the news, skim through the news. And it's a great chance to do that because it tends to distract if you try to read news in the middle of the day. But like for this one, I believe this was sent at 5 in the morning. Courier Weekly. It is, I believe they're affiliated with MailChimp. Yeah, proud member of the MailChimp family. And they have really, I really like the formatting of their newsletter. And I think, yeah, there's Healthcare Brew is another one. I have most of my newsletters that I follow are in my personal email, but I'm just sharing the CityClips email here. So you'll see that I don't have a ton of like this one. Oh, Healthcare Brew published theirs 12:30 p.m. Interesting. Yeah, and it could be that maybe they decided in the morning is not the best time to publish because maybe most of healthcare staff or executives are it's crazy busy in the mornings, and then in the noontime, like that's a great. But honestly, I really think if somebody really wants to read something, they'll eventually read it within the 24-hour span. But when I did some research, I learned that if it's business related, like if it's super important, like related to financial news and investing, it makes sense that you have to publish first thing in the morning. And we don't primarily focus on anything related to time sensitive information. And so I don't think it's necessary for us as CityClips to be publishing early in the morning. And Tallahassee is a completely different lifestyle. I noticed that everyone typically is a 9 to 5 type of community. And then especially with with the healthcare community, I would like to politely say, with dentists, doctors, almost all healthcare offices are closed on Fridays or closed on Friday afternoon. So it's almost like, and nobody seems to operate really on Sundays. I'm used to back then in San Francisco where everything was open relatively later. And, those days are probably over now, especially in San Francisco Bay Area. But yeah, it used to be that everything was open all the time, every day. And when I first moved here, I was like, why is anyone out on a Sunday? It's like everything's empty, but that's just how the town operates. Anyways, yeah, okay. So with Healthcare Brew, this is also like a, you could say, subsidiary or a branch of Morning Brew. And then like I said, Morning Brew, The Hustle are super early in the morning. And then if you notice, like if you follow some fashion or brand newsletters, they don't necessarily publish everything early in the morning either. I also found that anything related to lifestyle or entertainment is fine to publish closer to the evening because people are usually veg and they're on social media. They'll look at things related to news, not business news necessarily or anything political, but just more like lighthearted news, entertainment. Anything related to entertainment is closer to the evening, or even later in the week was a recommended time to publish. So that's why you might have noticed that I have been publishing closer to the later part of the week. And business has picked up for me and Ali, and we're our day job is everything else related to client work and consulting and his other businesses, his other email company. And so we're hoping that this would also eventually get to a point where we're actually getting some consistent revenue. So we're building towards that. And yeah, the struggles of entrepreneurship are real. And so you understand. And so I think that's a great update now. And I'm getting closer to my 30-minute mark. And I was hoping to just keep this at 15 minutes. But hopefully I was able to, yeah, see, I want to get to that point when I have rewards and like all this. That'll be our goal. Hopefully in the next couple of years. We'll see what we get to. But I found some really cool personal brand newsletters. Like I'm not subscribed here, but I can just look really quick. Nick Huber, I also follow him. He has a great newsletter. There's a lot of newsletter solopreneurs, I guess you could say, sharing their stuff on LinkedIn, and they have like 200,000 subscribers or more. And they also have a referral program. But yeah, Nick Huber, he has I think it's a different window, but yeah, he has a more simple rewards program for referrals. So there's a reason why they're using that referral program, because it is one of the cheaper ways to growth hack your email newsletter. So so it looks like he doesn't use Beehive, but excuse me. Yes, life happens. I got sick last week and had a bunch of other things going on. But anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my update. And next time, Ollie hopefully will be able to join me and we'll talk all things related to CityClips. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.